Hold on, I'm putting on my shirt. Hold on. Okay, and I'm back. This is Luther. It's Luther. I heard some news on the street. We're going to be investigating what's going on over yonder. Stay right here. Hold on. Hey, chillax, kid. I'm hungry too. Yeah. Of course, darling. We'll get you food. And we're going on a walk too. Far away from here. I gotta put some pants on. It's Lufa. Anyway, I've been watching the news coverage lately. They seem a little stiff, don't you think? The news anchors seem a little stiff around here. And since every one of my podcasts have been about the love of my life, love of my life, sometimes, sometimes I don't know, man. So I just found out that the love of my life, someone that I deem to be the most handsomest creature on this planet, is going on the news. So there might be a chance that I get to probe him. No. I'm sorry. There might be a big old chance. But I'm saving whatever show he's going on. Those people. Good job, guy. What's her name? Oprah Winfrey's best friend. Or maybe he's making a surprise appearance to do personal probing. I have no idea. Anyway, I love you. I'm in love with you, sir. This morning, I posted the news and I posted Team Fits because, I love that storyline and like their chemistry is off the chart. She probably, doesn't even like him like that. But like, I'm like, oh, their chemistry reminds me of how good actors are, Their fucking chemistry just makes my little bean all nuggety. Boom, 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 boom. Chemistry. But I posted that and I woke up at 7:30 because I was like, oh shit. We gotta get I gotta get up because my baba was like, hey, you can't sleep in all day. I'm like, okay. So what do you want me to do? I'm hooked to the machine for 10 hours for dialysis every fucking night, right? And I get up and, I have to just lay there. I can't really do anything because I'm hooked to a machine and it's like super annoying. So now I have to go to bed earlier, even though I like staying up late, to actually have a chance at making it a good day. How's the lights looking, Blue? Okay, good. To actually having a fucking chance, So, with the love of my life's birthday coming up, and him going on the news, go back to the dream. Okay. So, in this dream, I went back to sleep after I woke up because I just fell asleep after waking up earlier. So I went to sleep and slept until like 11:30. Lazykins, right? Well, in this dream, I was living in a house and the neighbors moved. I mean, it's a rundown shack. I was like, oh, do you think the landlord would let me take this lease over so I can have two different houses? Like, I'll have this place or that place, and then my partner will have this place, and we'll be really close for Angel, and she can walk back and forth to different houses if she wanted, be super safe. And I was like, that's all I've ever wanted for my child. She goes, it's kind of a dump, but sure. We'll talk to the landlord and say if you could take over the lease if you can afford both places. I was like, it can't be over what, $50 or something like that. What do humans use? Well, in this dream, Fitz came in with Olivia Pope and Andrew. The guys were in the corner, right? Man, if I could have been a lesbian, God was like, hey, you know what? It's okay. As long as you can produce children asexually, I'm sure lesbianism is fine. But that Kerry Washington girl almost made me think about it. I was thinking about it real hard, too. I was like, yo, hey, good for her. To have Fitz and with Andrew Washington in the corner. Hey! Dirty girl. Dirty bird. Oh, I need to brush my teeth. Hey, don't talk about that. But that was a dream. Was this a dream? I would be you, you would be me, we would be one, we would be. And I ain't worried about I'm not worried about nothing. It's a dream. Shit. And Fitz was watching in the corner. They're like in the shadows, like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I be having some wild ass fucking dreams though. But she was on a dream. And then I had, because I didn't dream all night because the aliens kept coming to my bedside. Fucking. Ever since I talked about shit, they're like, well, what do you think of this system? What do you think? Whose system is better? I mean, I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, the ranking system. Whose system is better? Which one do you think? Anyone who can take down the banks really quick, we'll use your system. Because I need access into the banks to see how much money people got to see who's going to get probated. And, of course, there's a few exceptions to extremely wealthy people, of course. Not extremely, but wealthy people. There's a few exceptions to wealthy people. Like, for example, Andrew Hosier. Hey, I don't know if you're wealthy or not. If you got $10 to your name or 10 million, you're safe, dude. Don't worry about the money. You did so much philanthropy work. Hey, real philanthropy music work. But he is going on the news, so I got a beef with the fucking news anchors and the people that write the shit and the bankers, celebrities, anybody who took advantage of the system. No, I'm gonna take advantage of you. Not me, real aliens. People don't even believe in them. Anyway, these little fuckers. Sorry, aliens. You hear this? These little fuckers came to my bedside last night. They were like, "Oh no, you need to approve this. This one's going to be way cooler. We've actually organized a ranking system of people based on, tapping into this metric and da 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 da." Just really nerdy fucking gray alien type conversations. I'm like, dude, I need to go to sleep so I can dream of this man. He's really tall, kind of creepy. And all the girls are just gaga over him. So I need to be in his dreams, please. And the aliens, no, no, no. Hey, listen, hey, hold on. I'm like, you guys can speak in your language. What is it, Klingon or Dothraki? Is it Dothraki? Anyway, they're really awfully excited to like tap into. Okay, so let me explain a few things before I go wild with the probing news. Sorry. Okay. Oh, let me calm down. This is the funniest topic to me because I mean everyone's heard about the aliens having these weird fetishes. Everyone's heard of the aliens having weird fetishes. So like, but I'm gonna explain it to you guys what it is. I'm gonna put some clothes on you. Clothes. So you have something to wear. You don't have to watch this live. It'll just pop up. Okay. Come on, let's go. Come on, Tick Liberty. Okay. Back to what I was saying. So come here, let's put some clothes on, Nimgani. What was I saying? Shit. Oh, you bought me socks? Thank you, mommy.
Bye.
Oh, you're such a sweetie pie. You're so sweet.
Oh
Hey, I'm sending socks and shoes. I know. Let's get you some juice first with some milk. Okay. I just got off topic because I got so excited. And when I get really excited, I lose my train of thought. And I know this is supposed to be like informational.
no. Milk.
Milk. I got the milk coming. Shut up, out, Milky. Oh God, me. Alright, so yeah, let me see how the lights look in here. No different. Better. I don't want the light because based on how your head is, your crown, mine opens into a black hole and a vortex, and I could suck up all of the dark energy into my skull. But it's depending on where the light is positioned over my head. Okay, sorry. My bad. So back to the love of my life, guys. I mean, the love of my dreams. Well, I was pretty upset. I was pretty upset I couldn't make it to California, so. And River is actually pulling through with what he said. He's drowning them bitches. I told you, appease his shoe. You gotta appease the kids. The kids want world peace. Kids want world peace. It's the only way to get the freaking river to stop flooding. Shit. Okay. No. Talk about that one. Which one? That one. Oh, the big mothership. Anyway, y'all not really gonna see the mothership until it's too fucking late. Y'all gonna see the little ships to see if y'all are hostile or not. And they've already determined human species is hostile because you guys have some fucking idiots running your military. You fucking dumbasses. Who would shoot down unidentified spacecrafts knowing damn fucking well they got better technology, but they just wanted to see if y'all wanted to party and hang with them? It's like the niggas coming back. Hey, y'all want to party? Y'all want to get some fucking drugs and party? And y'all are like, guns. Texas. Guns. You don't even have the guns to shoot out salt. It's a real bullet. Dumb. So I was on the iPad or I was being crazy like I normally am. Hey, chill out. Cutie pie. I was being crazy like normally on TikTok, just being like, you guys fucked up. And one of the girls said, seems a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for me. And I was like, aliens. This one here sounds a little greedy. What do you think? They said, we need your name, ma'am. We need your full name, your address. Well, we know your address because we can tell the top of your fucking head. And then she goes, I'm not greedy. And I wanted to laugh so hard because people are like, Project Bluebeam and all this other shit. Don't you see me doing something? Project Bluebeam and shit. Get your milk, like a little dog. Haagen Dazs. Haagen Dazs. Get out of here, Haagen Dazs. I call her Haagen Dazs because she hogs the freaking bed. She's a bed hog, and I only have one little sliver, and I want her to have her own bed. So I can dream of Hosier in peace. Naked. Everyone's like, what about Idris Elba? What about Idris Elba? What about Idris Elba, huh? I'm just so sick of also people being like, white, black. I keep hearing that. I'm like, there's fucking aliens in the sky, and you guys are worried about red and white and black people? Racism? As soon as the aliens dropped by, I would have been like, fuck racism. I don't care if you're orange or white. If I like your heart and what you preach, then I'm gonna fucking get it. And then I also went on this on that's it. There's a song. What? Huh. I don't get it. What do you want? I'm gonna go make some tea. Tea. Do you want anything else, or I'll get you something else if you want. I'm gonna make you a bagel with cream cheese. Mhm. Okay. If that's really makes you excited, I'll cut it up in four corners, four squares, but it'll be a bagel and cream cheese. Okay. Okay. Y'all Jewish kids love fucking bagels. Who knows why? What's going on with the TV? It can't have its sound. Anyway, I was like, they were singing the song for his birthday. Hey, go off of the screen. Personal matter that I need to record for postulate. Is that even a word? Postulants. Postulant. A candidate. Postulant. A candidate, especially one seeking admission into a religious order. It's spot on. I was just thinking that. Okay. What's going on with my motherfucking sound on my TV? Oh, and I was thinking about what's his name last night? Brendan Fraser. One of the reasons that I stayed up a lot last night is because of the whale. Not the movie, but I have a whale in my room. And I kept thinking of Brendan Fraser. I was like, man, I need to sew him some more hair. Because he had the most beautiful head of hair in Mommy Time and the money. So I was sewing him some hair to help it to grow back the way he was and make him a hunk again in Hollywood. His follicles were burned because of his anxiety. He was so anxious and stuff. And like, I was like, damn, I can't even fit the follicles back in anymore because of it fries the brain waves, which causes a electrical field to go out to the scalp, which burns down the hair like a forest burning. You have to replant the forest, the trees, you have to recode the memory. It's a lot of shit, just for one head of hair. And I originally sewed his hair to be like super beautiful. And so now that all my hard work is gone and like I have to redo it, I mean, it really sucks. Brendan Fraser was the most handsomest guy. Listen, I told God this, and I told him this because I love him and I want him to be honest with him. I was like, back in the day, I said if Brad Pitt was woke, you wouldn't have had a chance, buddy. If he was woke, and he was one of the guys like us, he wouldn't have had a chance. Because I had the biggest crush on Brad Pitt when I was in my days. And then I said Brendan Fraser. I was like, those are the two. And they was like, oh, those two are the ones. And then they just fell off. I was like, not Brad Pitt, of course. He's probably never gonna fall off. I don't know why, but I don't know anything about those characters, but I just will say I know the dark end side, and I'm coming. And I was like, you wouldn't have had a chance, but I don't care if you're 1 year apart from me or 20 years. Everyone's dream guy is Brad Pitt. In my age grade. I was like, you wouldn't have. And he goes, yeah, I agree. He said, yeah, I agree. Amy was. The only reason I say was is because I'm fucking bad at Hollywood still. You guys could sing all the Take Me to Churches there. I'm still opening the vortex. I'm still sucking them down a fucking wormhole. The fuck? Sorry, guys. My babies are important to me. Depends on what happens this next couple years. This year. Hey, chill out. She loves to scream. Ouch! Ooh, wow! Because she likes dark humor. I don't know where she got that. Oh, so the aliens were chilling out with me last night, and I made them some food. They don't really eat anything but like these like little bread crackery things. Mommy. Hey, what? I'm sorry. Come here. There's an old bagel in there. Okay. Anyway, so they were hanging out at my house last night, and I was like, bro, you know, I have a couple of friends. I was like, how do you guys know where people are located? Because I really want. I'm intrigued with alien technology because I code the natural world. I code the natural world, and I'm all about that shit. I've never gotten to the point where the pineal gland, I can code the pineal gland fully. I just got my license to code pineal glands, and I'm taking this like course with the little aliens, and they're teaching me the different ways to enter different realities through the pineal gland. And I'm like, how do you guys know this stuff? They said, oh, we have volunteers, study volunteers. I was like, what? Makinanya, may kukong nga. Era. Daman siya ang kakungosa. She makes me lose my train of thought because she screams at me. And then I scream back at her, and then she screams at me, and then we just got this little game going. Anyway, they were telling me how to uncode the pineal gland. So, like, I know how to do the pussy. You know, I know how to uncode it, rewrite it, connect it to the earth ethers. I know how to do all that shit. But now I'm taking a study course on the pineal activation. And it's fucking intense. And these little fucking alien gray things are just like partying it up. They're so excited because they're like, oh, we get to practice with, on Earth and shit. I was like, y'all don't get to practice on Earth. I was like, y'all take that shit and y'all go to Saturn and go somewhere else with that shit. And they were like, oh, yeah, yeah. Well, but still, we still get the chance to practice, all the stuff that we've learned in the galaxies on humans. I'm like, yeah, greedy ones. So if the aliens probes and stuff starts coming down, all you greedy little fuckers. Yeah, get off. What was else? Um, so I had another dream that was in this town. Oh, the fucking mermaids have been activated too. The mermaids have been activated recently, last night. So we get to see a lot more water activity coming up here. Just new creatures, different creatures coming out from the bottom of the ocean. People are going to start revealing themselves to be different, like creatures. Hey, you guys, have you ever played pretend? You need to play pretend. So if you're like, hey, I'm Naruto from Dragon Ball Z, fucking believe it. Believe that you're fucking Naruto from Dragon Ball Z. Is that the same show, guys? Pretend you're your character and like you're applying for a role. Okay? Your teeth? Okay, hold on. Like you're applying for a role in a Batman film and the shit is really fucking happening. Do you know what I mean? Really fucking go for it, guys. Say, I don't want to be this character anymore in the Matrix who's this poor person, struggles. My character is um, an Anunnaki goddess mixed with Avion or blah blah blah. Come up with your own character in your own world. No, I'm not dancing. I'm waiting on this. Look, last time we burnt it. We can't burn it this time because I'm watching it. Yeah, yeah. I really want to own a tea shop or a restaurant or a crystal shop. I want to. So I'm really excited to study. Um, and the reason why the G spot of the man is in the butt is because of the pineal gland fluid that drips from the spinal cord into the rear sac, and you have to pop it every once in a while to release the tension. That's a very intelligent man, to release the tension of the pineal fluid from their heads. So, I mean, I'm learning so much from these little fuckers, aliens. I mean, they could do so much, but they don't because they didn't have permission. Now that they have permission because people sold their souls when they were signing them checks, people thought the American dream was rigged. Fucking rigged. It's fucking rigged. The American dream was rigged to a certain point. That if you knew how to control yourself and your wand in extreme environments, hi baby, in extreme environments, then you're most likely top of the class. I see. And another thing with it that I could say is what's his name was singing in Hollywood. I think he was trying to save you guys. I don't know. Who cares, right? So I was in on one of his like pages, and then I went in and I said, "Tell him I know a church that he can go to and worship at. It's called the Black Iris. Have you ever seen a black iris flower? I was just like so dark and just like beautiful. Externally. That's how. You want to go to church? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm seeing on the news, galactic news, because I don't feel like y'all can see this. People are laughing hilarious over my probing jokes. I don't know why I find it to be so funny. I do. I know it's scary for some people. I find it to be hilarious because I knew all along, and I was playing the lottery to see if I could to see if I could win the money. I know I can, but I don't want to. Because even if you win the lottery, dude, they think it's like, oh, it's good luck. I wasn't risking it. I wasn't risking being greedy. And Josh kept pushing me like, you know, I'm paying all this money out for you. I'm like, my hair is undone. My eyebrows, Not done. I ain't even got no more bras. My boobies is off. Hey, wearing the same clothes that I bought 3 years ago, and I'm happy as fucking shit, bitch. I don't have to worry about an alien sneaking into my. They don't even have to sneak, nigga. They don't even have to fucking sneak. They got fingers that open the door key like that. So y'all can lock y'all doors all y'all want, but they got these long fingers, and they put the fingers in the hole and then turn it because the way that it formulates into the key. I burnt it again. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm sorry, nigga. Give me ass. I'm sorry. I burnt it again because I talked so much. Smoked too many blunts. I didn't smoke today. It's just me. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. So they have these keys. So they put the finger in, it molds to the key, and they can unlock the door. I have one of these fancy little locks where you need a little key to actually unlock the door. But my back door is the locking. Oh, it has the same key. Both of them. So I was like, oh yeah, they can't come in. They could use a door without the lock or with the door being there. Turn the whole door into a fucking portal and just portal over to your time by using the time fucking clock. They don't even need to have the little thing in the key. So when they came last night, I was like, yo, is this gonna be a little bit scary for people? Like, oh, he says, oh, when we really come for the people, we're gonna be, oh, we come in peace for the kids, for your kids. So I said, y'all better stop calling me mama. It's like mommy titty. Oh, I love it. Everybody start calling me mommy. Mommy chula. And then I said, so how does it work? And they go, well, so people don't be like, oh, the detectives, all that kind of stuff. They said we're gonna make it known to the public very soon, like really public. I was like, can I be a part of it? How do I do this? Like, I want to like join in. And they were like, oh, Father God said that you can't do the probing. I was like, what? I thought I was playing the devil this time. I'm not. And that sucks. And as long as Father God gives me that Father Rod, we should be good to go. Oh, it's the basketball game. But seriously, I'm not joking, guys. I like to laugh about it and shit like that, but this is the only page that has like the deep in depth knowledge. If you go back to the beginning, I've been talking shit the whole time. And nobody has knocked on my door and said they never kicked me off of TikTok. I said whatever the fuck I want. And I said, I dare you guys to come fuck with me like that. I got a list, a greedy list. I got a list of greedy people. See? You don't have to worry about shit. God take care of you. 39.39. So, um, back to the dream realm. Actually, I don't want to talk about that one. But they were in the house because, I let them in all the time. But they have access to a lot of our crystal technology because when I'm bored, I tinker and I tinker galactically and I store them in the crystals down here in order to bring heaven to earth. So, bringing heaven to earth is pretty. Yes! I got it in time, Angel. All I can hear in my head is Kerry Washington saying, "Did she just say what I think she said?" Don't worry, Carrie. Me nothing, mate. I don't play like that. I'm just I'm curious sometimes. But I'm happy the way that things are. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Back to your program. So they were hanging out. They're going over their system. They got all the crystals that I've programmed since I fucking bought them. Like I remember I had $10,000 and I just bought a bunch of crystals because I was like, I want to open a business. But the aliens were like, here you are. Okay, hold on. Oh, and I got to tell you guys about Israel last night. I traveled to Israel, conquered that nation through their sins because I could pay off the debt of a country by conquering their treasure chest, which is the flag of that nation. There you go. Which is considered the flag of that nation. But I'll tell you about that in a second. Mama, you don't suppose ya? Yeah. I won't tell you about that right now. Actually, I'll sit here. Sit by the wall. So back to what I was saying about alliums. So I was trying my best to stay in my body the whole night. So when I try to stay in my body, I can't sleep. It's because the two timelines are starting to merge. So sleeping can be a little bit more irregular. Um, so I was, hey, why are you wiping it on the couch when there's a napkin right here? Thank you. So they're saying they're gonna make a big show, and I was like, can it be like Independence Day where they like park Big Mama ship or Big Daddy? Ooh, Big Daddy ship got uh, the new lasers on it. Oh my gosh, you guys have to see this fucking ship. You're never gonna be able to appreciate it because you're gonna be all fucking worried about fucking Independence Day and alliums and all that shit. And like, fine, but I want you to appreciate the artwork that went into creating that fucking ship. You guys are too worried about like, hey, aliens. That's grade two. You guys are so worried about race and color and how somebody looked on the outside. You didn't fucking understand. That shit fuck didn't matter. So when the ship gets over the White House, it's gonna be Big Daddy ship, or is Big Daddy ship gonna be in Texas? I want to do Independence Day. Daddy, but what's your name? I put the new lasers on the ship too. Okay, whatever. Oh, you're such a sweet husband. You want Independence Day? I'll give you Independence Day. Well, let me tell you about how we're bringing heaven to earth. So, the crystals that I coated when I was sleeping at night, I was working on these bitches all fucking 5 years, 3 years, or whatever, working on these crystals. And now that they're here and they're programmed, they're waiting for this electrical that's going to go off into the world, and it's going to act as a solar flare. And then you're going to start seeing crystals start lighting up and crystal technology being more prevalent. You're going to see this decrease in like television and cell phones because everyone's going to be like, it's Christmas. Look at these fucking crystals lighting up, you know? And then I'm going to be able to copy some of the programs that I have on these crystals and like duplicate them into other things and show you guys how to use them. Um, and I'm really excited about that. Next, Texas, you about to get your ass whooped. No guns will save you. What's next? I love the Navajo Nation. I love the Navajo. I love you guys. And I don't mean to point you out from the rest of the nations. Queepaw, Cherokee, all them guys, women, my aunties.
Mommy. Mommy.
Hold on.
Mommy.
Okay. Sorry. So, what else did you say, mommy? In Tennessee? Yeah, that place is full of roaches. I'm not going back to Tennessee until that shit is cleaned up. I'm not going there. You got some on your mouth with the lightning. Oh, let's talk Israel. Sins of Israel. The fascination with these men, little boys in Israel is pretty fucking bad, guys. Stop. I'm digging through their treasure. I'm digging through their treasure chest, trying to pull out diamonds and gold and all that kind of stuff to pass back out to the kids from a spiritual nature. And they have to put their sins right where they put their money. And they need to be punished. There goes a crow in the air. They need to fucking be punished. So, oh my god. So it's going to be a financial collapse of the Israeli market really soon. What's the tea? Out! Ow! Back massage. Jubilee, help. Ah! Jubilee! I'm in pain. I'm in pain. My big old heavy hooters. I'm taking over my back. The hooters, I'm taking over. Don't worry. Shush, shush, shush. Okay. Are you pooping? It's not a little poopy to me. A little farting. Ah! Get out of here, man. Ah! My back. No one takes care of me. I always take care of you guys. Pass you crystals, buy you Christmas gifts, silver surfers, and all that shit. It's my turn, Dad. Oh, when's my turn? Oh. Patient, empowered, Daniel-san. Yeah. So Israeli flag. So most people are like, why didn't you do Mexico? Why didn't you do any Latin American countries? What happened to Jamaica? What happened to these things? I started following the root cause of the disease. And it's people with financial wealth that have the ability to travel to Jamaica and do that thing. The people with money who has the ability to travel to Hawaii and do that thing. The people who had the ability to pay for the money to buy the sex slaves. So instead of going to the branches of the tree, stop it. I love you. You want titties? You want your iPad?
No, Bobby. Bobby.
You want your iPad?
Okay.
Okay.
Bobby.
Bipes?
Bobby. Oh no.
You got strawberries, bagels. I'm not giving you no chips. Stop playing with me. So I went to the source of the problem, and it led me to this really blue area, which is like very any flag that has a lot of blue and no red aren't counting your sins because they think that finances is their God. So why would they have to count a sin if they pray to a God of money? They think they got Inky, Enlil, all these Sumerian gods in their back pocket. But they forget that these Sumerian gods bow to one thing and one God only, the black iris, because it births their pineal gland. Just because you can fiddle with the pineal gland doesn't mean you can birth it back on earth. You can be a fiddler in the roof all you want. But when it's time to come down and birth your ass into the world, you got to go through the black iris. You got to go to the eye of God, which is really a puss, a lioness. You got to go through the church in the arch. I had this that I don't think it's a vision, but I used to meet this tall, handsome man underneath this arch, and it was like so pretty. It was like a doorway, and we would stand there, and the electricity between our chemistry started to spark this door open, and we couldn't really get close to each other. It was like almost like a glass in between us, but there was this like electricity popping off. It's like popcorn popping all over the place. And in this vision, I had produced like a bunch of kids just from the chemistry, like a lot of kids from the chemistry. So the blue flag had no red on it. The flags, so they're covering up the sins. And I was trying to figure out how, and it was like they kept the sins at the bottom of the ocean. So like if they really did something really wrong, they would put people in the ocean or something like that, which would discount their sins to Enlil, and then because it's like feeding the mother. So they were feeding the mother their own sins
Hey, don't touch my blue
to get their sins off of, so they won't have any conscious issues. But little do they know, I count those sins at the bottom of the ocean, and I started pulling out bodies. I have never pulled up this many bodies from a flag, and I've only done what? America, Ireland, um, America, Ireland, America, Ireland. I did one other one, didn't I? And now Israel. But I pulled up so many bodies, and they were like, you know, when you cut out little, they're all stuck together, all the bodies. And they started confessing their sins to me, and they're like, or not confessing sins, who did what to them. And it's a lot of fucking work. Sad. Really sad, actually. But they're coming back, so I'm not worried. So, Israel, be prepared to your ass whooped. Actually, you don't need to be prepared. Just know. It's for the sins of your fathers and your forefathers and your great grandmothers and your great great grandfathers and all of the money. Uh-oh. No, is it okay?
In the bed.
No, we're not getting the red bag right now. This is a little scrape. For your sins, Israel. Aliens are on TV. Let me show you. Look. They're on TV. So let me see who else. If you guys think of another flag today, I might conquer. I'm finding a quite joy in conquering people's nations by sitting on the couch and doing nothing while you guys were out there fighting in wars with guns. When this is an intellectual battle of wits and smarts. You may be smart at memorizing books. You may be smart at money, at dollar bills. But I'm smart at being dumb. in a society full of smarties. Everyone wants Ivy League cup. Everybody wants to go to Ivy League school. Everyone wants to suck the dick of the professor. Wait, erase that. Recode. Everyone wanted to go to the Ivy League schools. Everyone wanted to be fucking famous at acting. Everyone wanted these things.
Mommy, little dance.
And when I told them no, guess what?
Mommy,
They
little
go,
dance.
sorry. Oh God, why are you
Dance.
punishing me?
Dance.
People are like, oh, I want to be wealthy so bad. I want a lot of money so bad. I'm like, what's wrong with just sitting here in a house with a little bit of food, with your hair undone and your eyebrows undone, little pimples on your face? What's wrong with that? I coated all the crystals in the fucking galaxy. Why isn't that considered a job? You know? Anyway. Who else? Hawaii. If I get 3 knocks back, I'll do Hawaii. All the islands in Hawaii under one flag. I'm starting a new initiation under Black Irises. I've never initiated anyone into the Black Iris, so I'm really excited to start a new journey because everything I learned from the pineal course, I'm gonna teach to my husband, and he's gonna do the programming of the pineal, and if he programs the pineal for me, and I could just like have fun, I'll do my homework, and then I'll pass it to the professor, and then whatever I say, will come out my mouth exactly as it's supposed to. Ta-da! Anyway, long rant about nothing. And I also want to say, if you think that my communication is too sexual, I come from Venus, and I'm the tamest communicator that came from Venus. I have the tamest tongue. The stuff they come up with in Venus probably should be talked about. But just so you know, Venus is another world where they revere the feminine body. They worship like they're going into a church session, sitting in front of this beautiful altar. They upkeep the external of the vessel because she upkept the internal of the vessel. They literally treat the feminine identity as if she holds the book of life within her portal. Shit. I read on these Korans and Bibles and stuff, and their original translator was a man who knew how to fucking eat some lemon. Mark, Luke, John, Matthew, Daniel in the lion's den. All these apostles, you guys call them. They sought out the harlot of Gomorrah. Everyone called her a harlot. Everyone called her a prostitute. They sought her out in Thebes, and the Oracle of Delphi. What do you guys think the Oracle of Delphi did? sat there and read oracles to the men. You think she did that in a nice ass place like that? No. She didn't just sit there and read tarot cards. She was mimicking on Earth Venus. She was the one who held Venus down to Earth to bring heaven to Earth, bringing Pluto and Venus at the same fucking time to this planet. Took thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And you guys get mad because she's talking sexually. Damn. Y'all lost so many amazing women because y'all didn't understand the culture of Venus. If you guys start being nicer to women, I bet the aliens would go away. If you guys start being nicer to the feminine identity, I bet the volcanoes would stop. If you guys actually listen to me, I bet that volcano and that earthquake that's going to hit California pretty soon, it would just go away and dissipate. But y'all don't know how to worship. Y'all like to worship each other's wangs and build big old statues to your guys' wangs. Mine's bigger. Look, I'm in the White House. Mine's bigger. I don't see no feminine statues besides in New York. Ah! A blackbird just flew over me. I love you. It's magic. If you guys just understood and was kind to the feminine body and like ask questions. Like, let's say you're in love with this person, this woman, and she's like been faking it for thousands of years, you know, never an orgasm. In Venus, the men would only come to please the women and leave. In Venus, the men would come, please the women, and then leave because it's like the reverse of the bees. They weren't allowed to live in a hive because the hive is where they kept all the secrets. And men who were initiated into Venus were these men who were feminine, who were they looked like a woman, but they had male gender. They were the ones that sewed in the reality back into our um, bringing the earth down. So there's a few, as many transgenders as there are out there. They're not some of the transgenders who were specialized. They came exactly from Venus with a purpose to blend genders, to blend it into this like hodgepodge of happiness. It wasn't about sexual identity. It wasn't about sexual orientation. It was about making sure that we had a circle of women that had the male members. I mean, it was weird there, but hey, shit, I had fun. And then I come down here and you just like being mean to them. You know they have powers, right? Right? They were priests in Venus. They were not allowed to have children. They weren't allowed to be in long term relationships. They were supposed to be monk type beings on this planet. But then they have freedom to do whatever they wanted to. Because I was supposed to pick 12
transgender women, 12 transgender men, and then they were going to have this Delphi little oracle palaces on their own. And there was going to be this big like ball that we like picked them and all this kind of stuff, and then it kind of just fell apart because sex. As soon as you introduce sex into a whole constellation, the whole place goes nuts. You want to know why they call it nuts? Because the most insane ideas happen at the bottom of the barrel. I miss Venus sometimes.
Monkey.
No one was like worried about, hey, do you have a penis? Do you have a vagina? I was worried about that. Oh, you're black? I don't know. Am I gonna date a black woman?
You're making. You're a baby.
They didn't give a fuck about that shit.
Daddy. Mommy.
Blinded.
Mommy.
So the Oracle of Delphi was like, I wish I could say what I want to say, but I'm not going to.
If it wasn't Mr. Monkey, then who was it? Oh? I think I smell the spice mix.
I also came to this large conclusion that
Mommy. Look. Mommy. Look. Mommy. No.
I also came to the conclusion that the sword of the round table, they tried to pull the sword out of the stone. There was a competition that went through the land that says whoever gives the oracle an orgasm, that they can own the world. They can have the whole world. They just have to present it in a stone. How exhausting would that be? I'd rather eat a radish. I don't want that many men hanging out in me. It's horrible. It sounds horrible. Ugh. The sweat and the pumping. Ugh. 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 So I had to find a way to externalize that because I'm not doing this shit. So I opened a mystery school. And I was like, if you make it to the top of the mystery school, guys, then you can give it a shot. I was like, I learned my lesson when I did the Delphi stuff. And then you just want to come in the door and hang out. They just want to be in the Arch of the Covenant. I thought it was a great idea back in the day. I thought it was so smart. Men come all over the world. They have the most knowledge. They seek the most books. I mean, they've read the most books. They've consumed enough knowledge to pass it to the pineal gland. No wonder that thing got torn down. Tore down. Jesus. I'm telling you. Really sucked, dude. I love giving out information and knowledge and stuff because like when they would go ahead, I could read their future. So like when they would just go the final, I would pause time and I would read their future. And if they were going to die or they didn't calculate something out, then I would move that out of the way, put the new code in, rework the system, and then they would come down and they'd be like, oh, I feel like I just time traveled. Okay, where's my gold, sir? I need to fix my ship to get out of this fucking hellhole. I need a little more gold and I'm out of this bitch. Transfer dimensions was left everyone there. And they're like, hey, where's the Oracle? Where'd she go? I don't know. Did anyone ever get to the pineal gland? No. Oh, well, let's party. And I just forgot all about it. I'm like, fucking people, dude. How much work did I do in that time period only for people to just forget and demolish all my altars? And demolish all my fucking altars. I created so many alternate universes for people to like pick through, find with their creatures that they wanted to put their own spin on. Anyway, I don't want to go back there. I want just someone to stand in love with me that I know he knows what he's doing. Like Santa Claus. Just bring me presents every day. Probably wouldn't get out my room. I didn't have to work. Luckily, I was smart enough to not want that much. Some people wanted Gucci, Louis, Prada. They wanted all this shit. I was like, yo, that's cute. But how about an orgasm? But love. That's why I came to this fucking planet to search for love. I don't get enough of it. All I get is these vampires and bloodsuckers. All I see is these niggas I made millionaire, milling about, spilling their feelings in the air, trying to draw blood from my ice. Hey, my crows are coming back from my ice cold veins. I smell a massacre. Seems to be the only way to back you bastards up. That's the only cool line that Jay Z ever had, I think. On Monster. There goes another crow. My crows are showing out. Do you know the powwows that they have? The powwows, the people are just channeling their bird animals. Some of them are their star animals for the feminine identities. They're channeling these birds and to send messages. Another one. Oh, my babies are coming back because I miss them. I missed you guys. So, I'm not playing the Oracle of Delphi this year or this go around. Hey, what soul is by the front door? You have to speak your name. Tahuti? Oh, you listen to everything I say. All right. Um, which thought? Which personality are you in? Did you find a vessel? You know what vessel I'm in. Stop fucking playing with me. Get out of my body. Anyway, I landed the ship last night and I'm waiting for the rendering to come up. So I need more artists and shamans. What the fuck is going on with the shamans? You guys, where are you? Okay, now I can talk where I really want to talk. So when I fixed the pineal gland of the mother, which is technically the center of our world. I jump started it to see if it works. It works, but I need to split timelines again, like splitting atoms. Like splitting atoms. So if you guys see what would happen when I split timelines? Okay, well then we shouldn't worry about that. Okay. Um. So on Venus, let's go back to Venus. On Venus, it's like an adult version of Disneyland. An adult version of Disneyland. And it's like I don't know how to explain it. I want it to come back to Earth a lot. Hey,
Mm. Guys.
but you'll notice that the world
No.
is different when you feel this euphoric feeling because Venus was coated in a crystal rose quartz mixed with Lumerian quartz mixed with um, just a couple other things. So when we bring it down to earth, it's like as soon as Isis and Tahuti, which is going to be just the personalities that are higher in the past, when they have their final interaction, the electricity that you feel in the spiritual will transfer to the physical, and you'll see more electrical storms. You'll see just this like very buzz in the air where you feel like anything's possible because it is. So then you watch your fucking thoughts because then manifestation's gonna be like that, like music. Another bird can be like music. So this is why a conductor, the person who holds the little wand, is very important. So anyone who's mastered the art of music, writing, composition, they were doing their own course of astrology and technology through frequency. And that seemed to be a better way to do things instead of the way I did it in Delphi. And in the in that time in Delphi, I did it totally suckily back in the day. People thought I was this big old orgy whore or something like that. It's not true. It's not. Well, listen, I had to learn a lesson. I had to learn a few lessons, okay? And I'm not gonna say that I didn't enjoy some of the times. I did.
Mommy.
Little sparks.
Bye.
It's like having a sparkler on 4th of July, and you're just like, it's a sparkler. Ah, sparkler! But imagine 4th of July, downtown Seattle, Space Needle. It's a difference. Sparkler versus explosions. Most of the people are like, you can only obtain explosions from war. And that's why the guys went into each other. That's why they went into each other because of the explosions. Once you figure out that you can program the brain with an anus, it just went wild, and I couldn't figure out how to get them back. Because once you go down that rabbit hole, you can't come in my rabbit hole. Sucks. I'm sorry, dude. I'm pointing at you over there. Though I've handled the wood, it's impossible unless it's re connected out. I don't know how to do that shit. So I just want them to be happy. Fuck, go be happy, right? But the only thing is the seeds. I can't hand you the seeds. That's about it. You can have fucking a big house, nice family, all that kind of stuff, but you can't have the seeds of God. I can't pass you those because when you plant it, it has to be planted delicately into the womb, not by a doctor, not by science. These babies have to be produced by love and genetic sequence of love, very delicately with the wand. And the man has to be so into the feminine portal that the feminine portal pops out these eggs that are like multicolored. And when you get so excited and these fucking eggs that come out. Oh, another bird. Hi, look at my babies. Babies. Hi, guys. Welcome back home, my little chicklings. Hi. I love you too. I missed you guys. Yeah, I had food yesterday. I threw it out. That's on y'all, dude. No. I'll hook y'all up later. Meet me up Safeway. The birds are back, Mika. They're back. Known as Bambigla. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, me love me gay people. I just want you to know that you can love whoever you want to fucking love and do whatever you fucking want to do. But I require male and feminine genetic sequence in order to pass light codes through the womb. That means you have to worship the pork fucking portal. You have to. You have to. That means you have to fall in love with the portal. You have to fall in love with the goddess. You got to fall in love with eating pussy. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
You got to fall in love with it. If you ever heard Bobby Hemmett preach about it, that man loved eating food, his dinner. He loved it because he understood that he was initiating, not through me. I talk too much. Got to initiate in the silence of the lamb. You gotta initiate in the silence. No, I am. I mean, the feminine is so fucking beautiful. Like, why would you guys just like beat it up and treat it like some sort of canned tuna? Oh, my devotees, the musicians, the box. Well, he was. A lot of my musicians turned out to be a little gay. Wow, a lot of them. Even my painters. I mean, I understand. I mean, once you get addicted to the fucking, because the portal at some point, if you don't really fucking fuck with it like that, it stops giving you orgasm. It'll stop, shut off all your shit. But you could program your own through going through the mail on mail and stuff. Y'all could they figured out that they could program their own orgasms. They don't even need the feminine, and then the feminine starts to slowly decay and turns into a mummy. Sad. Slowly decay, turns into mummy. Because you guys didn't water her, didn't feed her, you didn't give her reverence. She just sat in her panties, sad, sobbing, sad. This would never happen in Venus. This would never slide. There are knights there on the round table. 12 of them. 13 if you include that one stands by the door. She was always revered. I was like, dang. As long as they don't enter my heart chakra is access to earth. If you can open my door, you could access earth. And that's how you time travel. And then after you go to the heart chakra, you go to the head, and this is where you whisper things in the air. If you whisper Sumerian, I will understand Sumerian. In the ear, you say whatever during the peak and the climax and stuff like that. A man actually can program the feminine's orgasm, but they're too busy programming their own through their own anuses to even care about the feminine's delicate little member. It's sad to me because you'll start seeing the rivers dry. You'll start seeing the oceans start to fucking pop out. All the animals are dying. It's like if y'all don't fucking listen to me, y'all over there worried about aliens. We need to start fucking feeding the earth, feeding the volcanoes. Start loving the women, treating your fucking daughters like kinder. Just because you were treated like shit as a child doesn't mean you treat fucking another person like shit. It makes me so sad at how the fucking world just disregards the feminine. Even though she sat there and cradle fed you fucking fuckers. Cradle fed your higher selves. How many eagle's eggs that I birthed and lost a bunch because you guys can't even fucking take time to connect your pineal gland back to the egg and hatch it. I can birth all I fucking want, but if you guys don't get on the fucking program, connect your fucking lower self to those eggs, you want to watch Shadow and fucking Jackie hang out in their fucking nests while they're doing it, you weirdos. Those birds have done nothing to you. You freaks want to watch birds do it. You freak. No privacy in the eagle's nest, huh? You guys. And I'm gonna keep going. If you don't want to watch it, hang up. Yeah, and hoping that God shows His hand before pure disaster strikes. 911. 911. We're on the 911 right now. But the mermaid's coming up to talk to me, passing me information and shit. We on a 911 code. Sheer disaster. As soon as people start figuring out the aliens exist, their whole brain just like recalculates. They're like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Mm. So back to the gays. If so, these are some exceptions that I wanted to point out. There are a few exceptions to the rule when it comes to
Mommy.
gay relationships. If someone's feminine portal is like dying because of toxicity from a male member, the feminine can go in. Feminine can go in and resuscitate the, the feminine portal. Like if they're dying, the goddess can go in there and help her out. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you have to understand it's a life-saving technique that has to be taught to the men because you guys are fucking horrible at it. I ain't never had no man give me some good motherfucking head, bro. Y'all motherfuckers like this. No. Didn't you take the class in Virgo class of virgins? No, you guys were too busy nutting it up all over the street. You got to take a class. You gotta hold the feminine down hard. And I don't mean like that. I mean like holding them down financially, physically, kindness, all this kind of stuff. And as soon as you get to the point where she's like, she'll open up this door and be like, hey, I would like to initiate you into my church. And that's where these cults started popping up out of nowhere. And you guys, the power of the canal and stuff like that is very important. Just like when you're trying to distribute food throughout the nation, you got to go through the Panama Canal. You got to go through you got to go through the airwaves and the. Oh, I want you to have this, and I want you to eat that, please. You got to go through the canals and the birth canal and all that kind of stuff. Panama is the birth canal. The waterways are all to do with a mother's womb, all of them. How do you give food to yourself? The mother actually provides, the lioness actually provides because she allows the waterways to open. She closed the waterways recently because of some sort of war. Putin asked her on a date. Putin asked her on a date. And America was considering it. He said he has weapons of mass destruction. And I asked Putin, I said, Pooh. I said, Winnie the Pooh, you want some honey? I said, Putin, you want some honey? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, I have this problem in America. I was like, I store all of my orgasms in Yellowstone volcano. And I was like, I can't store it anymore. There's going to be an explosion and I need your help. We need to do something. Come up with a game plan. Tell me what you think would be the best way because I'm not opening my portal for nobody unless they give me equality. And then Putin said to me, he said, I'll give you some equality. He said, I have you surrounded. I said, Putin, where? He says, all your waterways are surrounded. Oh, he was like, have you ever heard of the stealing of the bride? I said, Putin, what? He's like, have you ever heard of this tradition? It's called stealing of the bride. And I was like, oh, you mean like Helen of Troy? I'm gonna have to live in Russia? Mm-mm. He's like, it's beautiful here, and he sent me pictures on a crystal. And I was like, how long have you guys been awake? He said, since Rasputin. He said, since Rasputin and the because something to do with Anastasia. I don't know. And so the war may be looking like weird, real weird to you, but it's all to do with sex. All the war and the drugs and all that kind of stuff has to do with sex. This whole fucking galaxy, but it's on a metaphysical level. So the war with Russia might be imminent. I'm locking my doors too. I've never expected Putin to ask me on a date. He did it through Angelina Jolie, and I was very surprised. He's like, you know, we like pussy here in Russia too. He's like, got a lot of initiatives. I'm like, oh god. Yeah, and yeah. Who else? Oh, this dude from Saudi Arabia. Well, she's not from Saudi Arabia. He's from Iran. Underground, underground magicians from Iran asked me to. I'm like, look at me. She want to do that. You want to do this? Like, I try to make myself as unappealing as possible sometimes. Because I'm like, until I feel like a pretty rose, until I feel like a pretty iris, black iris, until I feel like the most beautiful woman in the world, I'm not opening my legs. And that takes a lot of feminine energy coming back. People don't understand the correlation between Mother Earth blossoming for spring and Mother Earth blossoming for spring. But sometimes we live in a world full of idiots who just want to come. They don't understand. If you program Venus, you can program everyone's orgasm. Ugh. Ugh. Like, why wouldn't you want to like be in control of programming people's orgasms? Like, that's the fucking programming adult Disneyland. Holding somebody down so hard in the physical world that it brings heaven to fucking earth. But we're also fucking wanting to fucking jerk each other off. Like, oh my gosh, she's so fucking beautiful on the outside. Oh, she's dating this guy, and then the gossip surrounding it. Everyone's so intrigued with someone else's sex life when all you guys are just doing is laying on top of each other and pumping fucking pure poison into each other because you don't know how to fucking take your. You lucky you don't
Mommy.
speak English yet.
Mommy, go.
Programming your fluids to be. Um, you can program your fluids to actually come out like crystal technology. And I've only seen one man that I've ever known. I've never, made it that far because he was married. But I asked him a bunch of questions. He was very Solomon-esque. He was married, and I don't do that shit because I take the covenant of marriage very seriously. I take the covenant of marriage very seriously, especially like when you sign a document with your government. That means you signed a document to get married with your government. That means they control your orgasms. I don't. You got married through paper documents so that they can control your orgasm. Who does that? Isn't that the fucking stupidest thing you fucking heard of? Ooh, sorry. And then you say, oh God, guess where the God goes to? It goes to the contract and the government that you signed. Oh God, oh God, oh God, yes, yes, yes. You're giving them permission to all of your fucking orgasms. All of the that you're coding. At least the gays were smart and they hid it. And then they wanted to get married in the law. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Guys, do you not know that?
Baby.
You had a way out of the fucking
No,
thing.
baby.
You don't want to watch this? Is this the Joker? I wanted to see Heath Ledger's Joker. I thought he was so cute. Um, yeah, the gays had a way out of marriage, and then they were like, "Hey, they're getting married. I want to get married. I want rules and someone to be involved in my relationship." Just giving you guys a way out, man. I don't know. And then they just went partying, and just it just transformed into this really big weirdo thing. It was just got real weird out there. Got real weird out there. Um, but the orgasm, as soon as you get to a certain level, you'll realize that the wizards and the warlocks are actually controlling the government's uh, money through people being promiscuous. So they promoted promiscuity within the realms to leech off of your feminine energy, which comes out of the flower of life, which comes out of your cum. The flower of life is a heartbeat of the universe. Breathe, contracting. The flower of life opens up into different realms and different spaces of the universe. And you can program them that way. I thought this was all common knowledge because when I came down here, I was like, oh shit, people are just fucking around. Maybe it's like a scavenger hunt. I thought it was a scavenger hunt. Yeah. Like you drink alcohol and you try to find someone's orgasm, and then it seems like all the men were just getting theirs, and then the women were just like, "What did you just put in me?" And then the men's genetic makeup just went into the feminine and made them very masculine because they were dumping all of their they were dumping all of their masculine genetic into the feminine to try and prolong, or not prolong, to try to keep their genetic sequence, uh, so they can come back into that woman. So they could go steal the feminine, the feminine uh, flower, and pollinate their dreams. So they were using the pollination to pollinate their dreams through the wheel of fortune and getting money by having relations with many women. It's just like creating your own reality, creating your own world, because all the women are flowers, trees, all that kind of stuff, and all you need to do is get inside of a woman. And if her genetic makeup is wide the fuck open and her moon is all open, guess what you could do? Still her rainbow. So I am wide open, but no one could ever get to my moon because all you little pin dick niggas couldn't reach. So someone reached in and stole my virginity, stole my rainbow, and put it somewhere really high. I couldn't get it. I said, "Get my rainbow down from there, you fuckers!" They were like, "Fuck you like magic." No, chickadee. Strawberries. No chips. No chips. Someone stole my freaking they stole my rainbow and started just put it up places, and I was so mad at them. Fucking magician. Magician. And there's a lot about sex that most people don't know, because I thought that I coded it enough to make it like really like dalmorishka, you know, hidden, and it made men want to be like, I need to initiate into this woman and marry her and hold her down and like take care of her and all that kind of stuff and like treat her like this beautiful entity. But it's like it's like when you it's like when you are trying to break into a safe, right? You try the lock, you try the code, you try, and at some point you just get a hammer and you start hammering it because you're just like, I need to get into this lock. There was this French guy one time. What was his name? Pierre. Yo, Pierre, come outside. His name was Pierre. I was in college. That nigga almost broke in my shit. I was like, damn, the French know what they doing. That's why. So yeah, broke my son. Okay? So I was like, no, bitch, and then I was like, get the fuck out of my house. I went in the bathroom. I was like, nobody, never again. He reached out to me a couple years after that and was like, hey, how are you? I miss you. I said, listen up, Pierre. I went down that road. Never again. He was a DJ. Yeah, he was a DJ. He was in college. I was like, damn, Pierre, come outside. I was like, Pierre, you want to initiate? No, he don't want to initiate. You know, niggas in college ain't like that. He was, I mean, he was a sweet guy, but I don't listen to friends like that. To me, I think that's like starting a war, Pierre. Sometimes I wonder if he was fake, if he was a fake person. And it was just like a shapeshifter coming into my house to wreak havoc. I don't know. Okay, it's over. Um, But I did initiate one person when I was in college. Antonio, I think. Yeah, did I initiate him? Or was it my girlfriend? I think I initiated him because he kept coming into my dreams after that. And we would be sitting into his little desk. He didn't pass the class though, because he was in master class. He didn't pass. Most people don't, you know. They just want to stand in the doorway. College years was fucking fun, man. Um, ooh, Christian Bale. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Why? I heard he's a jerk. Really? Okay. Why he playing Batman then? Batman's supposed to be a nice guy. I gotta turn it off. No, I'm waiting for people at this. Okay. Um, initiating into the dark portal is probably the scariest thing man will ever do. Because I don't initiate many people. And sometimes I can't tell this, can I? ISIS. Shapeshifting mystery school? No? Okay. I'm gonna save that. Shapeshifting mystery school we're gonna save for later. Um who did? Yeah, no, I don't remember his last name. I think it's over the B. Pierre. Yeah, so it's like you gotta safe and you trying to get into that safe and you don't know how you start hammering that shit. That shit don't feel good. Like, I hate oh that shit don't feel good to people. I mean most girls are like, yeah, I just want my husband to be happy and peace and all that kind of stuff. But it's like going from having someone who understands the frequency of orchestra and the strokes to head banging. You can't just flip through the genres like that. If you're on Bach, stay on Bach. Stay on Bach until you completed the fucking full, symphony. Don't be going over here to, you know, headbanger shit in the midst of it because you can't open a fucking flower. Dumbass motherfucking niggas. Trying every single fucking key they got in their fucking Rolodex just to open the door when I say no. When a no means no, nigga, no, you're not getting in, nigga. People understand mysteries, but they act like they're retarded. And I took retard back because people used to call me that when I was a kid. So I could say it. People used to call me that because I acted weird. Because they tried to initiate me when I was a kid. They would say, "Do you want to know a secret?" And I would go, "I don't believe in secrets. I don't believe in secrets. I don't believe in secrets. I don't believe in secrets." Because I don't believe in secrets. I will go blabbing my mouth, my big ass motherfucker everywhere, being like they're trying to initiate me into some secret mysteries, and I don't want to do it. The only fucking secret mysteries I have is my portal. They try to initiate me into mystery schools and shit like that. I even went into Santeria, no, Lukumi, initiated on But I didn't initiate a new Sean girl. I kind of married him to see how it would go. It didn't go where I wanted it to go. At the end, it didn't go too well. I opened the door and I found out that it was Osiris. I had to get out of that shit because me and Osiris was toxic. But man, that shit was good, man. That didn't know how to use it. I was dead on the floor a couple times. Oh man, in Venus, and then would come with fucking big old truckloads of gold, big old truckloads. And now I'm in a house where I can't even get new pillows. But I'd rather be poor than get anal raped by aliens. Or I'd rather be broke. They shut down my bank account and everything. I was like, if I'm not holding up the bank system, that shit collapse faster, right? If I don't have any access to money, that means the river, the Panama Canal shut down. That means the canals and the waterways are shut down because everything connects right back to the feminine body. So y'all got like 2 seconds before that financial collapse hit. For real, for real. There go the birds, three of them leaving them to send a message. Um, but yeah, so when I initiate, it's like Daniel going into the lion's den. I'm like, if you could tame the lions within this arena, I'll let you go to the next and the next and the next.
Mommy, bro, and cow.
Ooh. But if you don't, I eat you. I what do you want me to say? I eat meat. I'm a meat eater because I'm connected to my lioness spirit, and she needs uh proteins. She needs meat. She eats meat a lot, and everyone's like, "Aren't you supposed to be a vegetarian?" No,
Bye. Bye.
my body is supposed to eat the same stuff. Mm,
Oh, pink. Pink. Pink.
my body is supposed to eat the same stuff that I ate when I was an animal. Meat. But because people have overpopulated, not enough soul is in the meat. So I have to pay a lot of money to eat meat, a lot of spiritual moolah to eat meat. So I'm like, how are people eating cows and pigs and shit if they can't afford it? If I could barely afford to eat meat, I wonder how they're doing it. Do they know that they're going into the debt with the aliens? All because y'all want to eat meat all the time? We couldn't eat meat until we finished the treaty with the animals to pay off the spiritual debt. Guys, I even stopped eating eggs, and that's how I produce more children. Ugh, I hate how backwards it is. It's like no one, it doesn't make any sense to people, but to me, it's like, oh, it's fucking clear as crystal, baby. It's clear as fucking crystal. Clear. He is a pretty handsome dude, though, Mr. Bale. Ain't he? No. I look up and I can see the number of the person. I measure it and then try to see if it fits in the coal hole. Nope. It's Batman. It's Batman. Nope. No, 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 no. I don't know. No, no, no. Anyway, Venus, Pluto, Mercury, Orion. I'm gonna have to turn this shit off. I need to see Heath Ledger. Oh, I'm at 2 hours. Perfect. All right. We're gonna finish up the synopsis of the soul. Okay. We're gonna go bye bye. So you can literally get to the moon, not from your rockets and shit, but that'd be cool. You got to the moon, you open the door to the moon, and you initiate to the moon, the 13th sign, and you come back around to the Earth, and then you recreate a new orbit for your solar system. Because in the moon, you initiate the solar system. So much energy out of the Yellowstone. I get a call from Putin. Yeah. What he talking about? You see something on the news. Oh, it's my phone. He said you'll see something on the news. He'll make it clear, he said. Okay. He'll make it clear. Oh, Michael Jai White. Hey, I like how he moves his head. It's nice. Anubis! Hey, Anubis! Hi, puppy. There's Heath Ledger. Move, Angel. I like a psychotic man. Nope. Like, I'd initiate him. I'd initiate him into the dark arts for sure. Hey, that's Julia Roberts' brother. See, I'm getting tingles in my antenna. You gotta be a little psycho. No. Yeah, I'm getting tingles. Yes.
We don't deal with this. Soon, little gamble here won't be able to get a nickel for his grandma. Enough from the top. That's not love.
You know that feeling I get when I watch all of your videos? Where I'm like, that's what I'm having right now. I love the Joker's character. I fucking love the Joker's character. Whoever sat there and came up with this fucking fucker, God.
Grand for this clown dead. $1 million. So I can teach him some manners first.
He don't care about money. Look, I'm having chills. Oh, you can't really see them. They're on the inside. Mm. Fucking why y'all fuck with Heath Ledger, man? I would have initiated him yesterday. There's not many actors I would initiate into the dark arts. Not that many. They don't deserve it. It's not a character, it's a way of life. Joker, man. Mm. Psychotic nature that can be channeled and tapped into is like accessing pure blackness. And then he comes in with color on his face. Do you guys not get it? No one gets it. Mm. Yes. Guys, I'm not doing anything. You can go. It's just for the future. I'm now in a weird space in my like body because the Joker is like the only thing that literally reshuffles my deck. Just too many pussy niggas out in the world. Too many pussy motherfuckers out here. Since they can't code, they got to code. And like I said, it's no problem with who you fall in love with. Like, I'm happy that you fall in love. Like, if your heart chakras match, it doesn't matter what member you have, if your heart chakras are there. But you also have to keep in mind the reverence that needs to be had to the feminine portal. There must be reverence. Otherwise, anarchy. Fucking full anarchy. Too much masculine energy, too much feminine energy. We're just lopsided, like on a fucking boat, just left and right. Playboys and all this other stuff. I'm just like, fuck. Oh, I thought that was Idris Elba. No. Impressive, Idris. Good for you. Good for you. Good for your wife. Sorry, the Joker. I didn't mean to scare you, kid. Don't come over here right now.
Bye-bye. Mom, it's you. Open. Oh no. Need the mommy. Look, look. Mommy. Baby.
Yeah.
Look, look,
You go,
look, look, look,
What?
look.
mommy gets the kitchen knife.
Mommy.
He doesn't like that.
You hungry?
Ow.
Hold on. Let me finish this one scene.
He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?" Comes at me with the knife. Why so serious? Sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face. And why so serious? Now, our operation is small, but there is a lot of potential for aggressive expansion.
Uh-huh.
Should you find someone who would like to join our team? There's only one spot open right now, so we're gonna have tryouts. Make it fast.
Breathe. This is the best Joker. He's the best Joker. Sorry, Tommy Lee. Nope. He's Two Face. Who played the Joker? Oh, Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, I gotta watch that again. Oh, I would probably get my rocks off. Intellectually, stimulating, acting. Checks all the boxes. The Joker does. Psychotic, insane, fights Batman, enlightenment. Hey, I think I might find my new supervillain. You know, there should be a black Harley Quinn, but like a really chocolatey, sexy one. Hey, whatever happened to Morgan Freeman? What he at? I got some roles for him. That's a man's man, a beard tone man. As long as he's not a weirdo, because I saw some weird shit going on with him and his little niece there. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I don't like that shit. I'm sure he'll explain that in court. Oh, I don't want that on my fingers. Cream cheese? Gross. Mm. Christian Bale and Psycho. Christian Bale and Psycho. Now I figured out how I like why I used to like him and why I wanted him to be Batman. Christian Bale and Psycho. He needed to balance out that fucking psychotic character because he could have fell into a fucking ditch in his character and lost himself in Psycho. No matter how strong of your personality it is, you're fucking playing in New York City. Where the psychos are. That's Gotham City, bitch. Wait till the end of the world. I was thinking about in New York City, not doing an Ice Age, but doing like a Gotham City type thing in New York and like replaying the Batman and replaying, all of the villains and stuff. And I'm working with a couple people to see if that's possible because If the zombies are gonna be there, we need some super villains and we need some Batman type characters, superheroes. Because it's all gonna be like virtual reality play, but like physical world. You just have to believe in your character. So in Venus, there's these beautiful blue mountains that have this like fresh, refreshing water. And I was hoping that my partner would be able to tap into those river waters. And since it has yet to really happen, but in spiritual, I'm worried about our water system because all of the toxins that backs into the feminine from lack of, you can get anything done if you are abstinent. You can end the fucking world if you're abstinent as a feminine. Um, One of the reasons why the kidneys tend to shut down too is the toxic chemicals that you ingest staying within the blood in the body. So normally, not normally, but when you make love and then the water comes out, you know, that liquid can be cursed with toxins or it can be blessed with like whatever.
Mommy, you think that
But because it's very hard to reach the water system, um, it's really hard for men or man to clear out the kidneys and the water system because you have to alchemize the splooge to actually tap into the blood system, which I don't even know how to explain it. In Venus, there's a fucking book about it. It's a fucking this big of a book about how to clear toxins out of the feminine. That big of a book. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should go to the herbalist." There's no more herbalists really here. Not really. Man understands how to make medicine from their body. Literally walking medicine men. They can cure anything. All right, I think I've made it to 2.5, right? Almost. Okay. All right. Um, Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I personally like the black iris because it's as close to what I feel that my portal looks like. And the whole reason that guys were supposed to give the women flowers wasn't just because, oh, they're so pretty. They have medicinal things that you put in the water and absorb it through the portal. This is why the women do the monthly steams to get all of the toxins out of their body through steaming their vaginas because they're technically genies. They can make anything happen if you really, 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 really worship them. They can make anything happen. They could spout out gold, and you literally would have this like gold, and you just all you have to do is just say, "I want, I want, I want," and then it populates itself like an android from that one movie with Shia LaBeouf in it, Transformer. All he had to say was, "I want." All one want. That's the power of the pussy. But you got to know how to work with it. How I do mine, because two birds. How I do mine is I don't let anyone in my doors. Number one. But number two, if I wanted something for myself, um, technically I really don't want anything. But connecting the higher self to the lower half of the self, I connect to the mermaid energy, and then I swim and I go get it myself. So this is where the Nomo come in. They're just fucking designated swimmers, and they go into the ocean and they pull out treasures for themselves. But they gotta know how to swim, bitch. They gotta know how to swim, and there's not many Nomo in this world anymore. There's Nomos, homos. There's no more Nomo homos, homos erectus. There's no more Nomo. All of my initiates fell into these. Not all, but a lot of my initiates fell into these holes. When the woman takes over their body then and then controls the body of the man. And because, you leave your man, if a man is really open too, a woman can tap into their genetic sequence and take over their vessel. Um, Create their own army and seek to destroy the goddess because of jealousy. So this is why I can't have multiple wives situations. I can't. Because jealousy always tries to arise and steal my feminine power. Because the women want, what do they want? To be a virgin and never had an orgasm, but got tons of kids. You can be the queen of heaven and earth all you fucking ways. I'm okay with just being Z. Yeah. Okay, let me get you some chip. A little bit. I'm okay with just being a Z. You guys can have the titles and the fucking crowns and the fucking glory. I just want to be Z. I'm coming. You're gonna get me at home. Okay, so we have Lay's. Yeah. Okay. Shut up. Did I put that shit? So I say to the women who want to be queens and princesses and goddesses and stuff like that, it ain't all as cracked up to be, bitch. You don't get to have fun. Well, you do get to have fun, but it's not like how you want. Here's your chips, my love. Christian Bale. People run away from you. They pretend that they don't even know you and that you don't exist. So you're always in the dark about things. You fall in love with really tall artists that just ignore you. not it's not always cracked up to be, guys. Fortunately and unfortunately at the same time, it's not. And that's I wanted to live a normal life this lifetime, to see what the hype was, and solitude was fucking amazing. This hermit mode is awesome. But it makes me sad that no one understands the power of the feminine portal. It doesn't make me sad, but it just makes me a little disappointed that each pinpoint around the world, all of these sacred sites have gone unused. And most of the sacred sites were electromagnetic grid that created the spark, that created the Big Bang, that created everything. And, they just believe in science more than the wheel of fortune that actually controls the destiny of all galaxies. As above, so below, as within, so without. So, so that's why I fell in love with that song. That everyone's like, oh, get over it, get over it. No, I can't. I can't. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins, and you can sharpen your knife. I'll meet there, please there, and good God, I can give you my life. No masters or kings when the ritual begins. There is no sweeter innocence than our gentle sin. And the madness of thought, the sad earthly scene. Only then I am human. Only then I am clean. Amen. Yeah. He understood like that. Good for her. Or him, or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I've reached the precipice where I'm about to get on my ship and I'm about to go to Venus. And I'm going to go and just be there. It's almost time. I'm just getting this last little gig out of the way. Dismantling this government, dismantling the financial system, and then putting the kids back in their little position so that they can rule over certain parts. And then I'm going to go to fucking Venus on vacation for a long time, and I'm going to fall in love with myself. I was hoping that I could take an initiate with me, but I think I'm just going to be asexual this lifetime, or this next one. Produce through crystals, just throw them down to the earth and just say, if you guys need me, I'm up here. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm working on it. The exit game, the exit plan. Because once people start freaking out over them not being able to get their money out of the banks, and yes, I don't make my fucking bed, guys. I don't do my hair. I don't do shit. I just talk shit online. I'm like Wendy Williams, underground. Where's your chippy bully? I'm like underground Wendy Williams. You already need your diaper change. Um, how many more minutes we got, baby? Almost. So Venus coming at Earth. It's so difficult to do. It's so difficult to bring Venus. That's heaven. That means somebody has frequency control. They can understand the pitch and the nature of our reality and decode it and then put it back together. Yeah. Almost at 3 hours. Goodbye, see me in a minute. My whale. Big whale. You know what his name is? His name is Brendan. Doesn't have a last name. It's white. She better. So even going to Venus, I can create my own world or rules up there. Um, I do have some initiates that I'm hearing right now. They're real in the dark. These initiates. They're calling me a different name though. Let me see. I'm hearing for thousands of years we have been searching for the Holy Grail of information. Something about the Ace of Cups, unlimited knowledge, ask a question and go on for hours. That is my heaven on earth. I mean, people don't listen to women anymore. And that really fucking sucks. They don't listen. What? What? You want a juice? A book? So even when I try to get to the point where I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna initiate this person into the dark arts. Most of the time, they just get eaten by a lion because they're they have to answer this riddle, right? So most of the time, if you have to enter the portal, you have to answer a riddle, and sometimes the riddle is like the fucking shit don't make sense. I'm gonna give you an example of a riddle, and then I'm gonna see if you can follow the insanity that is me. The main chemical compound in um, the orgasm energy is electromagnetic uh, pulses. Just like really quick. If I'm just telling you this. I'm not gonna give you the riddle yet, but I want you to see the backstory. Okay. The more times you use your force field as a feminine or masculine identity, the lesser and lesser the electromagnetic field produces intense jolts of energy, right? So let's say you're in the process of lovemaking from a masculine and feminine standpoint. Shout out to my gays. I fucking love you. But right now I'm talking about men and women. And I shouldn't have to preference that and say that, but I just want to let you guys know that. The chemistry between two people that aren't focused on how they look on the external, but the deepness within the pineal. In order for us to swim in the ocean, we have to swim within the pineal gland, right? So the masculine speaks telepathically through the mind that goes to the wand that writes the code that the woman speaks through her mouth while she is in the process of making love. So, an oracle has the ability and the blessing to speak backwards in different languages in different times, and the masculine has to encode that real time before the electromagnetic pulse in his head starts going off. So I'll give you an example. Tapping in. Get that paint out of your mouth. We'll go to you in a wool. Imagine in real time listening, hearing music notes, uncoding it in real time, and opening up the doors that she's telling you. Doesn't that seem impossible? Doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like make believe that somebody's making up a language? What if I told you that every language is stored within your DNA and you could access anything? Galactic language is what I store. I don't store fucking all the languages in my body. I leave that to Akasha. She has an external source. She has an external storage solution, so I don't have to worry about that. But galactically, I store the information when it comes to anything to do with Venus, anything to do with death, anything to do with mystery schools. The rest of the shit y'all can keep. I don't give a fuck. So during that moment, during these times, he is literally quickly translating, and then he finds the door to open the brain. Pineal opens the heart chakra, opens the world. Rainbow actually comes to the earth. This creature man comes And he starts time traveling through orgasmic energy. Who the fuck knows how to do that? Hmm? Not my ex baby daddy. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's already 3 o'clock. Damn. Shit, motherfucker, shit. I'm sorry. What's wrong? What's the matter? We're gonna go home. Oh,
Get that.
anyway, so I think I'm done.
Mama.
Oh wait, no, I have to finish this one.
Bobby.
So the masculine
Yeah. Bobby.
who knows how to translate really quick because they've studied the school. They've studied, knows how to code frequency, which knows how to program music, which knows how to program the pineal gland. It's a complete 8 circle. This is why I said I would never fall in love with anybody who is a musician because they know how to play games really easy. And I'm not a gamer. I like watching games, but I don't like playing games. I don't like playing games. I had fun when I did because it's like really fun to like.
Dance. 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 Dance.
Hey,
Please, please.
I'm live. I'm gonna be done in a second. I'm talking about the sexual mystery schools of Venus. She wants some JoJo's.
Jojo. Mama.
She said JoJo's. JoJo's.
Okay.
Okay.
Jojo. Walk. Walk. Daddy.
It does mean yeah.
Walk.
She's like okay. Oh, here's your juice, mommy. Okay. Goodie. All right. Well, we'll see you when you get here. Mookity's leaving. Yeah, we went shopping yesterday. She's dancing. All right. We'll see you later.
No.
Bye, Dad.
It's kitty.
Dun, dun, dun. So, it would be really great to not have to explain this, but it's also really nice to have the knowledge to be able to explain it. We no. Venus is ruled by sex. Venus is ruled by love, the heart chakra. The most prized possession a human can ever obtain is a golden heart note. A golden heart note means you're Ma'at approved. Ma'at approved means you are balanced in your brain and your heart. That means you can hold on to your vessel a lot longer than the average man. If you know how to balance your heart and your fucking head, that means that you have went through enough tests, trials, and tribulations to access to even start the preparations to be initiated into the dark mysteries. The dark mysteries are the dark feminine portal mysteries. If appeased enough, you can be the most wealthiest person on any planet because you have access to the real bank. The reason that Silicon Bank is actually closing down and all these other banks is because the waterways are eroding. The lies are being exposed based on art. The revolution that we were looking for is was supposed to come through art, the artist's pen. I'm obsessed with hands. I love a man's hands because not only I I love hands. I love hands. So 3 hour lecture on sexual revolution energy. This is my teaching course on Sundays. Um I think the closest person that I would initiate would just be Andrew. There's like 12 other people in the dark that I like, other souls that I may initiate, but I'm not allowing anyone else into my heart chakra because that's Venus. And I don't allow men on Venus. I don't allow men on Venus. Oh, because they grounded it. They grounded Venus, uh, which is a ship, and only one person should have the key to Venus, and the only person that I know would be Andrew to have the key because I told someone I was obsessed with doodles. I'm obsessed with doodles. I love doodles. It's just like your higher self, just like creating. It's fucking awesome. I like doodles. And I only told that to my inner self. And this man is a doodler. I also have the other 12 people who are all gods in their own realms that came to this earth and wanted to initiate. So I'm really excited for them to get on my ship because I was gonna be, you know, out of here, asexual, But in order for me to create a whole new reality, I have to have the top splooge donators. They gotta love me and worship me the way I say, and they can't be afraid of me because in the dark, I'm very fucking scared. You ever saw that movie where you ever seen that movie, scary movie with the lady was riding him and then she turned into a monster and he was like, ah! I don't turn into a monster. I turn really, really dark and my skin starts to glow and then it starts to like dissipate into the room and like you're technically in outer space then and you can create stars and you can create planets and you can create all of these things. But I have to be on top and the energy has to create a coincide of you know how earthquakes and tectonic plates shift and then move away from each other. The masculine has the ability to, by accessing the portals, to put the tectonic plates back together. They know how to build the world back into the way it's supposed to. At least the old world men that I knew. They know how to stop volcanoes. They're like superheroes. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. Ecclesiastes, I don't give a fuck. They were superheroes at one time and they were trying to save the world through knowledge and writing, through intellectual stimulation. And then some fuckers stole, accessed some technology from a couple of the ships, stole it, turned it into Apple devices. All the kids got hooked on Apple, got obsessed with it, and then they forgot about the devotion because of computer technology, and you have access to tons of porn sites over here. Tons of just things that like stimulate your irises and your eyes. Pretty women, it's like a overstimulation of your pupils, and the eyes connect to the wand, and when they connect to the wand, and they're like, "Ooh, nice," and then it's just like all of the liquid goes down there. Whereas the sapiosexual, it's not about how you look, it's about what you provide for content and information and something deeper. But the sapiosexual energies have initiated into a lot of portals. So, and there's nothing wrong with that because you're learning, you're learning things. But when you were a child, you did childish shit. But when you got older, you were supposed to put that shit down and study. Study the human anatomy through frequency, through art, through comedy, mastering your mistress and making it your wife. Mastering your mistress and making her your wife. And that is your arts, your crafts, your cooking, your talents, whatever you chose in this lifetime. Your religion, if you wanted to go into your own religion and initiate, because you can initiate into external mysteries like Christianity, and they're supposed to lead you back to the goddess, but most of them just led you to money and these money pits, and they owed the earth a lot of money, and so they figured they'd steal the rights from the children and give it back to the earth in order to pay off their debts. But it doesn't work like that. You still owe. Now you're just known as the thief. And that's when you have to pay it back to the aliens. So I just took you on this long journey through sexual rights and why the aliens are probing. So thank you for taking my course. This was a fast track to Virgo's class of virgins. Fast track if you ever need to initiate really quickly and you just have 3 hours of time. You could sit here and watch this, and you will in the future be initiated into the dark mysteries without having to enter my portal. Okay. Because I'm not letting anyone in. Because I feel like all of you guys are just fake devotees. Fake devotees. Not all of you, but some. And I don't like fakeness because there's tons of pretty women out there. There's Kerry Washington, she's out there. Angelina Jolie's out there. Rihanna's out there. Y'all can initiate under all these women. You can. can do it. Initiate under beauty instead of some girl who sits on the line for 3 hours telling you guys secrets of pussy magic. And the best thing about this, though, hey, the best thing about this initiation is at the end of it, the amount of your library is going to be very full, and you're going to have a headache, and you're going to be able to birth your own stop. You're going to be able to birth your own planet. Okay, guys? And if you're feminine and you're watching this, if you were a mystery school, what would you teach? What would your mystery be? Who would you want to be if you were a goddess? I know it's really important to people to be goddesses and be really famous and popular with people and all that kind of stuff. But I want you to know something. The most important thing you should do is just be you. Just be who you want to be. Be you. As you can see, I'm a loud, talkative, crazy, happy, sexual mother who just knows things because I read above and I pass it below. And yeah, if you be who you want to be and be who you are, you'll always play a role and then you come back to who you are. But if you like following these trains down these PRQ elemental W's, all these different mystery schools and shit like that, without even understanding that you are your own mystery school first, and people don't need to follow you.
Mommy, look.
People don't need to follow you in order to follow you. Yeah, you have 5 billion followers online, but most people are searching for some sort of escape or money or I don't even know how most of these people did it when they got money and then people just came after them for their money. How do you find love in a situation where everyone knows you and your whole goal was to find love? Find someone who resonated with your heart chakra frequency and attach to them. Build two nuclei and then combine your worlds, and then eventually you'll initiate into that school of that feminine who she knows what she's doing. You'll initiate into that energy and you'll become a king in your own right.
Puppy.
Oh, but things have just gotten so complicated with so many different sexual orientations, so many weirdo shit. I just want to go home. I'm gonna go to Venus. So if I do not come online anymore, I'm probably on a ship somewhere in Venus. I'm sick of you guys. Sorry. Sorry, but I really am kind of sick of this place. And I love you guys. I love you so much. I do. But I can't store any more information in any of the volcanoes without them going off. So it's either get the fuck out of here before the zombies get here and the volcanoes go off and the flood takes over the world, or stay here with you guys and watch the dismantling of everything.
No.
But then I have so many children, so I don't know. I mean, when you go to these men and you go to these men and you're like, hey, can you initiate into EFA when you want to initiate into you want to initiate into something something. So you're initiating into their world that they keep in a rock or a stone or a crystal. So technically, you're becoming an ant in order to stoop down to their level to see what they're doing. Or are you initiating into the tree or the world? Nope, you're initiating into a crystal, a rock. You want to initiate into my portal? It's not a rock. It's a whole world. Starving, darling. Let me wrap my teeth around the world like that. Do you want to initiate into a rock or into the whole world? And if you initiate and they have to have a woman in their elay or their group or whatever, and she's the one that pulls the trigger on a lot of things. And sometimes when you are initiating into a group, the women get very jealous of you because you have a lot of knowledge, and they get jealous, and guess what? They try to kill you with the knowledge that they have. So I'm not initiating into anyone else's pussy. No one else's rocks. I'm not initiating into anything. I'm actually canceling all mystery schools and forcing you guys to pay the fuck attention. So I think I'm done. Have a good day. Bye.